Today, we are going to destroy, exterminate, eviscerate all of the buzzcut coping that goes around. This is going to be a lot of fun, so let's get on with it.
Every single young man should get a buzz at least once in his life, and
Why?
let me tell you why. There are two potential outcomes of this haircut. Number one, you look extremely good in it.
The only way you're gonna look extremely good in it is if you have a top tier bone structure, and even then, as I have evidenced multiple times in the past, you would still look better with long hair. You would still look better with mid-length hair, right? A good example of that is Brad Pitt. Does Brad Pitt look good in a buzz cut? Yeah, he's got this warrior type of skull physiognomy. But when he grows long hair, he just has that like majestic allure that actually enhances his face more than anything. So even if you look good with a buzz cut, that's even more of a reason to actually grow out long hair, right? So this is completely idiotic.
are more attracted to women, and you gain
More attractive to women? Dude, has this guy ever actually dated? Has this guy ever actually talked to a woman? Or at the very least done any market research online? All of them overwhelmingly prefer long hair. It is not even a question, okay? You're never gonna get a woman approaching you and complimenting you on your hair with a buzz cut, whereas I get compliments from women on a consistent, regular basis and have been for a fairly long time.
more respect from men because it's more of like a masculine haircut, right? It just fits your face shape, it works perfectly for you.
Again, when I had short hair, nobody complimented it, nobody respected me more, right? First of all, having short hair isn't going to get you respect from men, and having long hair isn't necessarily going to do that either, by the way. I'm just saying there's more to those things than the pure appearance of your hair. However, if we're going to isolate every other variable and look at the hair alone, dude, I've gotten shit tons of praise from men for my hair. My audience is predominantly male. And when I go out, the male reception to my hair is overwhelmingly positive. It actually inspires them to grow it out. So, again, this guy lives in a complete made up world. Also, he's like 19, by the way, and these wrinkles are really, really bad for his age. Like, I don't understand how he manages to look 17 because of his juvenile underdeveloped face, but simultaneously 30. It's kind of weird, and like the buzz cut actually kind of makes him look like a baby more than anything.
Or you look like shit. Now, I think I'm more of number two because it just doesn't, I don't know, I just don't really like it. But I know when I
You don't really like it because you look like shit in it, right? You don't look like shit in it because you don't like it. What is that sentence formulation?
get a buzz cut, my life in 1 to 2 months' time when it grows back is going to be so much better because my value as a man is not reliant on my looks anymore. It is reliant on my skills. It either looks good or
What? So apparently having longer hair prevents you from leveling up in other areas of life while also looking as good as possible, which is going to give you more opportunities in all of these different areas of your life that you're leveling up in, as the entire world revolves around people and the way that they perceive you. And I'm not saying looks is 100% of what people perceive you as, but why would you give yourself a disadvantage on purpose? Like, you are making it about your looks by making yourself look worse on purpose, ironically, right? You should just embody the identity of your most attractive self, and while embodying that, while working on that, while making it a routine that you don't even really think about, you also develop these other areas and they all play off of each other, right? Imagine being attractive and intelligent. Imagine being attractive and wealthy. Imagine being attractive and skillful versus ugly and all of those things. These things become multipliers of each other. So, again, terrible advice.
on you, or it doesn't look very good, but you come out a better man. If I'm ever going
Okay, so it either looks good, so it defeats the point that you just made, according to you, or you get the benefits of being unattractive. Okay.
Through a rut, fixed. Every single
Wait. What? Hold on. What?
fixed. Every single, if I'm ever going through a rut, fixed.
Wait, so you're going through a rut, and what you're telling your freaking audience of 2 million subs, of little teenagers, of little impressionable people, is that whenever they're going through a rut, buzz their hair, fixed. Oh yeah, the rut is fixed. All of a sudden, all their psychological issues that they're working through, all of the identity work, all of their three-dimensional circumstances, everything just changes. Fixed. The rut is all of a sudden you're boom. Which is really funny, by the way, because these people say that appearance doesn't matter. These people are obsessed with telling you that, hey, don't do looksmaxing, don't obsess over your appearance, that's bad, that doesn't actually amount to any level of self-improvement. But now this guy has just admitted that looks minimizing yourself actually contributes to your self-improvement and is going to get you out of a rut. Yeah, this video is honestly incredible. 200,000 likes. Damn, this guy is ruining lives with this advice. Anyways. Oh, now we got this guy. I cannot wait to dive deep into this.
Hello, my beautiful and shredded scholars. Thank you for joining me out on the homestead. This morning, I wanted to talk to you about why I believe every man at some point in his life should buzz his head. Now, looking back on the times that have been
these people are really obsessed with making your life worse for absolutely no reason other than vanity.
most transformative for me, the times where I was most locked in and focused on my goals, I cut out distraction. And oftentimes we distract ourselves with our appearance and we try to optimize that appearance to appease other people. And that can be to the detriment of our own direction and our destiny.
Life is about people though, right? When you go to work, you have to appease other people. When you have relationships with people, you have to appease them in one form or another. Life is about people, dude. Like, I don't understand this idea. And also, it ties into self-respect as well. Don't you want to look in the mirror and feel proud of the visual representation of who it is that you are and the effort that you put into it? I mean, this guy is quite literally training. His whole thing is bodybuilding, and that's the same exact concept, right? If you truly don't care about your physical appearance, then stop doing resistance training. Just do a little bit of cardio for health and that's it. Or let yourself get fat if you don't care about health, although I think this guy does.
And I think that too many men focus on their hair. I know from my own experience that it can become something that you're known for. People know you as the guy with this kind of hairstyle, and it's
this is very, very ironic, and this is something that I'm going to repeat throughout this video. This guy built his entire brand, his entire business on the fact that he had this amazing beard and amazing hair that made him look like a Greek statue, okay? His entire thing was being known for his hair and his facial hair. Right? And now, after gaining a sizable following from it, he's telling you to do the complete opposite when his entire ascension was looks-based. I'm sure some people care about his ideas and the things he talks about and whatnot, but if he didn't convey them through the vehicle of his appearance, he wouldn't have nearly as much of a following, because it's never about the information, it's about the person who speaks the information. That's like 80 to 90% of it. So again, this guy's a massive hypocrite.
Liberating to break free from that preconceived idea of who you are and to completely wipe the slate clean. When you buzz your head, you are creating the easiest hairstyle to maintain. I can wash this in literally 30 seconds. I don't have to style it in the morning. All I do when I wake up is go, oh, all right, let's get to work. Because that is the beauty of having a short hairstyle. You feel militant. There's this manly aura that emanates from having a buzz cut. It feels powerful. It feels productive because it's like, I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about my appearance.
It feels. This guy's just making up a bunch of random things to justify Looks minimizing himself on purpose to grandstand that it's somehow a moral thing to do. Because look at how much I don't care, guys. Look how much I don't care about my appearance. Do you guys know that I don't care about my appearance? Do you guys know that I don't care what people think of me? Guys, and that actually makes me have so much aura, and that actually gives me a presence, and I feel so militant. Yeah, guys, trust me, I don't care, and you shouldn't either, even though I built my entire business off of my appearance. Absolutely ludicrous, dude.
Appearance. I don't have to worry about maintaining and styling. Is my hair all crazy looking? No, I have hardly any hair. So it can't be crazy. It can't be out of.
So you can go to the gym, you can train, you can track your macros, you can do all this stuff, plus the fact that you did that maintenance to grow the channel, you did that beard maintenance to grow the channel. It's the only reason you got to the position where you are now, right? But that's besides the point. You're telling me that you're doing all of that regimented training to build a pretty good natural physique, but maintaining your hair is difficult? Isn't that just a lack of discipline? Isn't that just completely against the things that you talk about? The whole idea of, oh, long hair is too much to maintain and whatever, that's laziness. That's undisciplined. Doesn't sound very masculine to me.
Style. It's just plain and simple. It allows me to spend my time, effort, and energy elsewhere. I can focus on things that
This editing is so annoying, by the way.
actually matter, like being a good husband, father, coach, brother, son, uncle, all of these titles that actually garner significance. I can focus on investing.
Oh, so you can't be any of those things if you have hair to maintain. Okay, so the women who care about their hair, they can't be good mothers, they can't be good wives, they can't be anything. And the men with long hair, they can't be anything. You are better de facto because you have a buzz cut. I don't think this guy understands how utterly retarded, but also anti-moral his entire philosophy is, right?
Investing into the things that are actually important rather than focusing on my own appearance, which at times can be simply detrimental to your destiny. Men aren't destined to become so self-conscious about the way that they look that it's debilitating, that it keeps them back from truly achieving. The last thing you should be worried about is, oh my gosh, is this...
What if part of truly achieving is to improve your appearance, that objectively it helps you in truly achieving anything, right? The better looking you are, the more opportunities you're gonna get, the better people will interpret everything that you do. The science is clear on that, and I'm not even that much of a scientific guy, but the halo effect is huge, and why would you not take advantage of it? That would be quite literally anti-self-improvement.
This hair out of place. That's so unimportant, yet our culture has perpetuated this idea that men need to be pretty. So, I'm gonna get canceled for saying what I want to say, but it's so feminine. Like, you do not need to care that much. Is this hair out of place? Is this beard hair longer than this beard hair? Like,
very ironic, because what he talks about right now is exactly what he did to grow his channel. Again, all of it was about his hair, all of it was about his beard, all of it was about his body, his physique. That's also part of your appearance, by the way. Just saying. And the words masculine and feminine have been heavily distorted. Essentially, masculine nowadays just means what I like, and feminine just means what I don't like. These terms have been completely hijacked to be meaningless. But even then, even if you want to take these extreme definitions, some feminine traits are good to have as a man, and some masculine traits are good to have as a woman. If you are 100% on one side or 100% on the other side, given that feminine and masculine polarities, they both have their strengths and weaknesses, they both have aspects that can become undesirable when exaggerated, you know? Excess masculinity, you end up in prison. Excess femininity, you end up insufferable. So it's about mixing the two together according to your individuality. But anyways, I don't want to get too much into this BS.
like, my God, quit. Buzz your hair. Lock in. Focus on what's truly important. Quit spending an hour a day looking in the mirror going, oh, is this right? Is this right? The best thing that you can do.
I don't even do that, by the way. This guy is quite literally telling you what he did.
Is get in great shape. If you're in great shape, you are going to be attractive. Now, if you include hygiene as a part of that, so you're clean.
Also, now it's important to be attractive. But not if it's your hair, not growing out your hair. No, no, no. Your body, your hygiene. So basically, some things are okay to make you more attractive, but some things are off limits. What kind of... It just breaks my brain how people don't even see the hypocrisy that they are broadcasting to the world.
Brush and floss your teeth. You make sure that you don't have a bunch of acne by not eating garbage food. You're going to be attractive. But attraction...
Wait, so acne matters, so skin quality matters, so skin maxing matters, but hair maxing doesn't. That's not a good avenue to improve your physical appearance, but this is. And this is. Oh my god, I can't stand this guy. This video is actually a lot worse than what I remembered it to be. Jesus.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I shouldn't say nobody, because somebody does. Like, obviously, I get people saying, man, I can't believe you cut the beard. Man, I can't believe you cut the mustache. Man, I can't believe you shave your head. Like, you're always going to have people that are going to make comments. And I'm not saying that I'm mad at you for doing so. Like, you were invested into the hairstyle I had, which I can't blame you for. You know, I put a lot of emphasis on that in the past because it gained me notoriety. And I truly believe that I have...
Bro, like, how can you be so blind to the things that you're saying in this video, and now you acknowledge the massive benefits, lucrative benefits, your work, your purpose, all these different things that are masculine and self-improvement and whatever. You are now acknowledging the benefits that your appearance and caring about your appearance to an extreme degree, more so than 99% of people, has had in that venture. These people don't know how to think. Also, brutal IPD.
Have a message worth spreading. So I'm going to leverage all of those different tactics to improve the delivery of my message. Ultimately, I do what I do for the glory of God, for the admonition and praise and worship of Jesus Christ. So if I use a hairstyle,
that is something that you've created in your head. Whatever you think is glorifying God is just glorifying yourself, but you make it something that is holier than thou by externalizing it to the infinite. But at the end of the day, that is to make yourself feel better. That is to give you a purpose. That is to give you a direction. So again, everything ends up as a selfish pursuit. Don't delude yourself.
That enables me to gain some influence. It is not counter to my ambition. It is not counter to my destiny and my determination to achieve. However, it comes to a point where...
How is it not counter to your determination to achieve when without it you wouldn't have achieved any of these at all? I can guarantee you that. Maybe 5%.
I've got the following. I've got the connections. I've established myself as a coach. I've established myself as a businessman. I've established myself as someone of influence. And at this point, it's not serving me anymore to continue to uphold the maintenance of the beard and the hair. In fact, I was spending roughly an hour a day just maintaining my hair, because when you have the texture that I have, it becomes extremely unruly if you don't comb through it every hour, because any sort of movement is going to cause tangles. I have very coarse and curly hair for a Caucasian male. So you could imagine I'm spending way more time than I should on...
So Looksmaxing got you to your position. Looksmaxing got you to where you're at. And now you're turning your back on it, and you're telling other people to turn their back on it when they could also benefit from it, and they could also potentially change their lives via changing their appearance, like so many people have done, including you. Bro, this video is straight up demonic. I'm just gonna say it. This is actually just horrible, horrible advice.
Maintaining that appearance. And if that appearance is no longer serving my ambition and my aspirations to achieve more in the realm of being a better husband, to be a better father, to be a better coach, and...
Being a better father means inspiring your children to live as good of a life as humanly possible. You should inspire your son to be as attractive as possible, especially growing up, since that's going to create a positive feedback loop in the way that he's being treated. Again, a better coach, that is heavily tied to your appearance. Again, a better husband, what? You don't want to be attractive for your wife? You think she liked it when you buzzed your hair off? No, she didn't. She didn't want to tell you, perhaps, but at the end of the day, you made yourself less attractive for your wife. And even in the Bible, it is said that you should satisfy your spouse, right? So again, on all three planes, you have reduced your value. You have gone against them, ironically.
Brother and son and uncle and mentor and influencer, then why? Why keep up that facade? And that's what I'm
You don't need to repeat all of these man-made labels, by the way. It doesn't make you sound profound or anything like that. Everybody has these labels. They're nothing special.
I just felt like I would give a little bit of an explanation as to why I shave my head and why I believe that you should also shave your head. So let me know down in the comments if you did shave your.
I mean, you can do whatever you want, but at the end of the day, all of your reasons for it were BS and were counterintuitive to how you've actually achieved your success, right? And what if you came around your own video before starting your channel, before getting that following, before getting the business? It would have genuinely ruined your life to follow your own advice. If the younger version of the person that is giving you advice would have ruined their life upon following that advice now because it goes against everything that they have built, then they are full of shit. Whereas in my example, if I came across my own videos years and years ago, my life would have been significantly improved by it, right? So yeah, this is one of the worst videos on the entire platform.
Your head. Also, if you want my free faith-based fitness guide, it's got exercise.
Okay, dude. We get it. All right, what is this?
So the other day, I decided to get a buzz cut and chop all my hair off pretty much. I mean, it's not that short, to be honest. It could have been a lot shorter, but it's a lot shorter than it was. And here's why I think you should get one too. So what inspired me to do this was from the Adonis Protocol. One of Hamza's, one of the modules is...
Oh my god. A victim of Hamza. That is tragic.
To buzz cut your hair and clean shave. And I think that it's very important if you're wanting to improve yourself, wanting to go into a period of growth, that
Why?
buzz cutting your hair should be the first thing you do. And it's important because it's a way of killing.
Caring about my hair has led to the biggest period of growth of my entire life across all realms. But growth in itself doesn't have to do anything with your hair, by the way. I'm not telling you that long hair is gonna fix all of your problems, but these people are telling you that buzzing your hair is gonna fix all of your problems, right? Which one seems more like a scam? It is for you to decide.
Your old self, killing your old identity. I don't mean in like a self-harm way, but when you like change your...
You can kill your old identity by growing out your hair and actually looking significantly better than the old version of you. And the only way you're gonna look significantly better is by growing out long hair, right? Because every single man on earth looks better with long hair. And I've made countless videos proving that to you, that even the guys who look better, look decent with a buzz cut, always look better with long hair. So again, if you want to kill that old version of you, the best way to do it that's actually going to improve your life is to make yourself more attractive, is to grow it out.
Physical appearance this much, it has an impact on your mental health and like how you view yourself. And by...
Yeah, it makes you worse. It makes you view yourself worse because you don't like what you see in the mirror. And other people also treat you worse because they don't like what they see. Like, how is that improving your mental health, bro?
Doing this and buzz cutting my hair, it's like I've dedicated myself, and it shows to me that I'm dedicated to improving myself. And it's like...
How? It's a low maintenance NPC haircut. It is quite literally the opposite of discipline, but go on.
Like I'm entering this period of growth where I'm going to excel, and I'm this disciplined masculine person now because
Okay,
of this
dude.
haircut. And now I might not be that person yet, but by getting this haircut, I'm shifting my identity. I'm shifting my image of myself to that more disciplined masculine person.
These are all things that you believe, by the way. These are just beliefs. You can shift to that masculine identity at will, right? And if you think that buzzing your hair will make you into that more masculine identity, that might very well happen. However, I don't see any kind of masculinity emanating from this guy. All I see is an impressionable teenager who simply did what he was told to do by another man. How is it masculine to buzz your hair just because Hamza told you to? And to not have your own original ideas and to improve yourself according to your individuality? How is it masculine to be a little NPC follower? I don't know.
And by doing that, that's going to allow me to be more disciplined, be more consistent on like good habits and stuff. So I think it's really important. And obviously, losing all my hair, I look a lot uglier than what I did with hair. But in a way, that's a good thing because it highlights all the bad things about you. So like my jawline looks worse
Dude, the level of coping is off the charts. I don't even know if I can finish watching this video, and it's just 3 minutes. Jesus.
now. I can tell my eyebrows aren't as bushy as they could be. Like my facial attractiveness isn't where it could be. And all the things that were hidden by my hair are now exposed and I can see them, and it shows what I need to work on. And like my act.
I mean, I guess, but at the end of the day, isn't it better to actually hide your flaws so that you actually look better, right? You can work on them while also using the hair to make your face shape look better, look more harmonious. Do women have to cut their hair? Do women have to buzz their hair in order to know what they need to work on facially? Absolute retard argument.
Is more prominent now, so it shows that really I need to clean up my diet and just get everything on track. Diet.
Oh, so you needed to buzz your hair to understand that you need to clean up your diet. You had to make yourself uglier to understand that and to lock in on that. Well, we're dealing with a very intelligent individual here.
In for a bit. Also, getting this, it shows that I have the courage to do it because it's quite a big change, and a lot of people were almost scared for me to get this buzz cut. But this,
it doesn't take any courage to do that, especially if you have a humiliation fetish, which I think a lot of these buzz cutters have, is a humiliation fetish more than anything. There are so many things that you can spend your courage points on that massively, significantly improve your life, and you think that the mere action of buzzing your hair, which everyone can do, is a stamp of courage. Absolutely laughable.
This has actually been a really good decision, and I recommend if you're thinking about it, or if you're not thinking about it, just trying it and having the courage to do that and make a big change to your image and yourself, and you'll see the benefits it has. I don't regret it. I don't regret it one bit. So yeah, just try it. See what it does.
I don't need to convince anybody that I don't regret growing my hair out. Right, all these buzz cutters, they'll try to convince you that, oh yeah, I don't regret it. Oh yeah, it's actually the best thing I've ever done. No, it's not. Nobody believes it is, and you don't even believe it.
It's going to grow out again in like a few months, so it's not that big of a deal, really.
Yeah, a lot of these people say it's gonna grow out again, therefore it's okay. I thought the buzz cut was a good thing. I thought you should keep it. I thought that it made you more masculine. I thought that improved your life. So why is there so much emphasis in all of these videos that, oh, it's gonna grow back, it's fine, it's gonna grow back? Then why buzz it to begin with? If you are mentally preparing yourself for when it's gonna grow back and you're looking forward to that. Completely laughable, again.
And it's just gonna help me in this period. So yeah, that's all. I think you should get one. So stay strong, brother.
This is my issue with these Hamza clones, is that they don't actually have an original thought. They don't actually have any brain computing abilities. They haven't actually taught anything true. They've only watched self-improvement content and they're just parroting the things that they see online. And they buy into this whole masculinity cope and that, oh yeah, making yourself uglier is more masculine, having no hair is more masculine, and this and that. And they don't understand that the goal is self-maximization, right? That's why the channel is called Self-Max. So I don't give a shit what man-made ideas exist around things like, oh yeah, having a buzz cut makes you more masculine, more powerful, more whatever. I don't give a shit about these made-up ideas. The only thing I care about is, hey, does something improve your life or does something not improve your life? That's it, right? What are the pros and cons of everything that you do, and how does it lead to you living the best life possible? Well, from what I found, having long hair as a man will improve your life significantly in the appearance department. It's one of the best things you can do to improve your facial attractiveness and to actually stand out if you do it properly. And reversing loss, preventing loss, is one of the main things you need to do in order to preserve the level of attractiveness that you have and highlight the other features that you are working on, right? Being jacked and bald is not nearly as good as being jacked and having a full head of amazing hair. for example. Everything is interconnected and plays off of each other. Anyways, that was just sad. What does the Bible say about men having long hair? Judging by the like or dislike ratio, this is gonna be a fun one.
What does the Bible say about men having long hair? All right. I hope I don't offend anybody here, because I think there's some loving.
Stop saying stuff like that. Oh, I hope I don't offend anybody. Like, oh, what are you, like 200 nanograms per deciliter testosterone? Like, yes, get offended at my videos, get mad, get upset, cry your eyes out. I don't give a shit, right? That is on the end of the other person and how they want to perceive things, and you can't control that. People need to stop saying stuff like that, honestly. I'm getting more and more impatient and tired with NPC talk.
Christian men that have, long hair. Some suggest that Jesus his hair was a little bit longer. I don't know that for sure.
What are you talking about? Every single depiction of Jesus on earth has him shown with long hair. You're just gonna make up something in your mind. He's like, oh yeah, I'm not sure, just to push your own individual agenda over your own Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, who did 100% have long hair across all sources that can be found. This is already starting out really, really bad. I didn't even have to bring the Jesus argument that he already tripped on it.
What I do know in the Bible is a couple principles. One, it says that men and women should not dress like the opposite sex. All right, so I do believe that men should look at the culture they're living in, and if the culture they're living in, the men have short hair, they should have short hair. Because you don't want to give an appearance of evil, and if your culture...
Bro, the Bible passage was referencing cross-dressing. Like, are you mentally ill? What? Your hair is something that grows naturally. It's not a piece of clothing that symbolizes anything that is man-made. It is quite literally natural. Men and women both have fingers. Should we cut off our fingers or theirs? We both have a nose, we both have eyes, we both have eyebrows. Should we shave our eyebrows because women have eyebrows? This is arguably the lowest IQ one so far.
Men mostly have short hair and then you have long hair. To me, that's violating that principle, because in that culture, you're...
Oh, so standing out is bad. So you need to conform and be a little military NPC prisoner slave and look like everybody else. You should act as if you are part of one of those tribes 5,000 years ago. No, there's no place for your individuality. There's no place for you actually expressing yourself uniquely. These people are exactly what I'm talking about. Like, if you want to be an NPC, but stop enforcing it on other people.
Dressing as a woman. Now, I don't want to go overboard. I don't want to go too far. Your hair doesn't have to be as short as mine. Some people have a little more on the sides. Maybe it comes down a little. As long as it's trim and neat. I'm not trying to give it's got to be this long.
Well, who the fuck are you to tell me what length of hair it should be and how trim it should be and how this and that, when your Lord and Savior very clearly had long hair? I believe it was even longer than mine.
Long or whatever. I'm just saying generally, we want to avoid the look of a woman if you're a man. If you're a woman, you want to avoid the look of a man. All right, that's one principle. The other principle is the Bible.
Oh, so Jesus looked like a woman. Gotcha. It's not even to mention that having a slightly effeminate features combined with masculine features actually makes you significantly more attractive to the opposite sex. But who cares about making our lives better, am I right?
The Bible says that we are called apart to be distinct and separate from the world. And so certain hairstyles and certain dress are actually often associated with rebellion. Okay, so for that reason, I would avoid haircuts like a mohawk, again, real long hair for men. Those in our culture, those hairstyles are associated with rebellion. Okay?
I don't give a fuck what it is associated with. I and you should do whatever it is that you want, and more specifically, whatever it is that embodies your individuality, right? And again, was Jesus in rebellion against God? Hmm?
And people say, well, you can't worry about other people. Well, we live with other people, and we're not to make a stumbling block for others.
Which is why you should make yourself as attractive as possible, both for your own sake, as well as, well, your own sake, because the way people perceive you and treat you, it always comes back to your own self-interest.
All right, so it does matter what other people's perception of us are, because that could be a stumbling block for them. That could draw them further away from God. Okay, so we need to make sure that our hairstyle, and listen,
I can't.
God allows variety. Okay, there's some women that have, ponytails. There's some that have more bobs. It's all okay as long as it's modest. I'm not saying you have to have a particular hairstyle. I'm not saying men have to have a hairstyle like mine. It can be different as long as it's following those biblical principles, modest, not joining with the world with rebellious styles, and not dressing like the opposite sex. Okay, good question. If this video has been helpful.
Oh my god, I cannot stand these people. They don't make sense, they contradict themselves non-stop, and they act holier than thou, even though they are trying to restrict other people's freedom and they are giving damaging advice that lowers their quality of life. It's always the people who pretend to be of such a high moral standing who actually tend to give the worst advice and actually tend to make your life significantly worse. And tend to try to control you and restrict you and use the Bible or their interpretation of it as a way to assert their authority over you, even though there's no such thing. 7 reasons you need a buzz cut. Okay, let's see it.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So have you ever considered actually just
Oh no, it's one of those videos. It's actually unwatchable. I can't watch these kinds of videos where these people put on this stupid act with that editing and everything. I can't do it anymore.
buzzing your hair? As you just might be tired with long hair, you don't have the patience or energy more to sit in the morning, style your hair. To be honest with you, that's why I shaved my head, guys. It's such easy maintenance.
I never style it, but okay.
It's so nice to actually just wake up in the morning and go. So in this video, we're gonna break down 7 reasons why I think you should shave your head. Now on this channel, we speak a lot about men's fashion, fitness, and grooming. Now, if any of those topics seem appealing to you, there's other men out there that are interested in the exact same thing. That's why I want you.
Come on, you actually walk like this in your day-to-day, like, oh my god. These Andrew Tate clones are so sad, man.
You join my community, hit the subscribe button as I'm posting content like this every single week. The number one thing why I think you should get a buzz cut is it is low maintenance, guys. You don't have to always worry about styling your hair in the morning. If you're someone that works in a very professional
Okay, we've already went over this. Bone structure.
Now, number 2, a buzz cut will expose more bone structure. Without hair getting in the way, your cheekbone and jawline will be more pronounced. This will give your face a more defined and chiseled look. Reason number 3, guys.
Again, you can still see those features when the person has long hair, and they also look significantly better. They're actually enhanced by the long hair. There isn't a single person on earth who looks better with a buzz cut than they do with long hair, and I can give you countless examples. Of all face shapes, just to be clear.
It's cheaper. It's gonna cost you less money. You can actually do the buzz cut yourself at home with a pair of clippers. And not to mention, haircuts can become very expensive depending on how often you go. So if you're someone that doesn't really value or care that much about getting your
just don't cut your hair, just get one haircut and then let your hair grow forever and trim split ends if you have to. And many people do go to the barber to buzz their heads, so this actually costs more money, but okay.
Your hair done, then the buzz cut is perfect because like I said, you can do it yourself at home. All right, bro. So another reason why you should be getting the buzz cut is that it's super refreshing. There's no other feeling than getting a fresh buzz cut and feeling refreshed and you're ready to attack the day. Plus, if you're someone that lives in
I don't understand this whole idea of, oh, it makes me powerful, it makes me attack the day, it makes me disciplined, it makes me masculine, it makes me consistent. It's like, what? That doesn't make any sense. That's just an invention. That's just a made-up construct. And if you need to get rid of your hair and make yourself uglier to feel like you're masculine, that is the most feminine thing on earth.
You're gonna feel like an unstoppable man. You're gonna feel really badass. There's
more and more buzzwords. And by the way, it's actually the opposite. It's gonna make you uglier. People are gonna treat you worse. You're not gonna like the way you look in a mirror. And that's just gonna downgrade your confidence, and you're gonna really look forward to your hair growing back.
something about a buzz cut that just makes you feel like a total boss. Now, the next reason here that it really shows off your
What is that something? What is the reasoning behind it? Again, just a bunch of random words.
facial features. No hair in the way, your eyes, ears, and nose and mouth will actually be more prominent. You'll be able to notice your overall facial structure a lot more. It's gonna give you a nice clean look. This is gonna draw more attention to your best features on your face. I don't know, man, in my personal
Yeah, and it's gonna give more attention to the worst features on your face. Your hair is one of the best tools that you can leverage to actually make up for facial flaws and make yourself more attractive. And it doesn't necessarily hide the good features, right? Like, you can still see the good facial features that I have, but at the same time, if I get rid of it, all of a sudden, I look less attractive, even with those good features being showcased, because my facial weaknesses are more on display. And by the way, all of this stuff is natural because long hair is actually your default state as a man. It is actually what is it is actually what you're supposed to look like, which is why it has this dualistic effect of still showcasing your good features while hiding your bad features. That's because that's what you're actually supposed to look like.
and I guarantee you won't regret getting a buzz cut. On this channel, I speak about becoming an
Regret is quite literally inevitable. Every single person who gets a buzz cut cannot wait for it to grow back, even if they cope about it online.
unstoppable man, becoming the best version of yourself. Now, if I have done that in this video, don't forget
Dude, these fucking Andrew Tate clones just like pampering themselves, looking like, oh yeah, I'm such a masculine man, just dressing in front of the mirror. It's ironic, because a lot of that behavior and the way he walks and everything is zesty as fuck. It's gay as fuck. It's feminine as fuck, to use these people's terms. But they want to come after long hair with this kind of behavior. It's crazy. Anyways, this was our last little coping NPC. Personally, I think you should do whatever, but do it for the right reasons. Don't buzz your hair because you heard some alpha male talk about it. Don't grow your hair out long just because you heard me say it. My main stance is that you should do whatever is aligned with your individuality, what actually feels right deep down to your core. The only thing I'm saying is that, objectively speaking, if you want to improve your life, if you want to make yourself more attractive and things like that, in basically every case, a longer hairstyle is gonna suit you more than a shorter hairstyle, and a buzz cut is going to severely reduce your quality of life as well as attractiveness. Also, something that these guys don't speak about is that buzz cut only works if you have a good hairline, okay? If you're like me and many others who don't have the best hairlines, who have a mature hairline or who have some type of recession that they needed to fix or whatever, then a longer hairstyle that takes away emphasis from those temples is 100% what you should be doing, right? If you want to know how to maximize your hair naturally while also reversing loss, you can watch my other videos, you can buy my protocol, you can do whatever it is that you want. If you're still watching, I really appreciate you, and as always, keep ascending.